to don't know where to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Be 100% कर्नाटक किसी को आओ मत कहो, जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asks you leave at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The one with the upadhi conditioning appears to have become many. One example I am repeating shamelessly. At least one day it will click. One man, upadhi is father, his son. The same man, upadhi is wife, his husband. The same man, upadhi is son, his father. Just slowly, if we contemplate, have we become three? And who is disturbed? Who is worried? And who is thinking? These non-existing entities. And then what happens? I, as a man, have become son, husband, and father. Similarly, I, as a woman, have become daughter, wife, and mother. Now, the fight is between the husband and the wife. They have no existence. So, experiencing multiplicity, manyness is one thing, and taking it to be real is another thing. Now, what is the culprit? The culprit is identification with the conditioning. Like we are identified, I am a Telangana person, not a Andhra. Andhra says, I am a Andhra, not a Telangana. Where are they? See? So what we have to understand and practice. Now take an example to understand this point. If we stand or anything that is kept in front of the mirror, we cannot stop reflection from happening. It will happen. Now there are two entities standing in front of the mirror. One is you and me, and the other is a dog or a bird. Now we look into the mirror. What is our understanding? And when the bird looks into the mirror, what is his understanding? See? So, we look into the mirror, we look at the reflection, we experience distinctly that someone is there in the mirror other than me, and he is trying to imitate me. If I move hands, he also moves hands. If I do like this, he also, I think there is somebody trying to tease me. See? Now the bird. When the bird stands in front of the mirror, he also sees the reflection. So what he will do? He will take the reflection as real and then start doing, be attentive. I am going to destroy your spiritual practices. So, the bird is standing in front of the mirror, and then he thinks that fellow is someone other and he is real. He is my enemy. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Wherever there is a sense of otherness, fear is bound to be. So, the bird now starts, first of all, fighting with that. Goes on pecking to such an extent that starts bleeding. When I peck, he also pecks. He must be there. And afterwards, he totally gets disgusted. I cannot do anything. Then let us go to Ramana Kendra for meditation. Then the bird starts spiritual life. First of all, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athava Dhanam. And having come back from the Tirtha Yatra, then frustrated. All places are so dirty, they cheated me, they have taken, my bag was lost. I think I should do the spiritual practice here only. So how do we start? We start with the yoga, twisting the body, not bothered about straightening the mind. So we start doing yoga. The bird also does all yogas. I was in Australia many years before, in the southern part, Tasmania. And my host were Fiji Indians. For the first time, I stayed in their house. So they also didn't know me, I also didn't know them. So near the bed, they have kept some books and all that. So before sleeping, I just pick up one book. Why that book I picked up? Because of the title of the book. The title of the book was Doga. I said, what is Doga? So I opened that book. And it was Yoga for Dogs. And various postures of the dog were shown. Surya Namaskar. Then Basrika. All things. So this, our birdie, he also started yoga. He did a lot of yoga. It didn't disappear. He's still there. Okay, let me do pranayam. The bird did pranayam, all kinds of pranayam. But the bird in the mirror didn't disappear. Then again he got frustrated. Okay, let me do meditation. He started doing meditation. What is meditation? Close your eyes and suffer silently. So he closed the eyes and now meditation. I think now it will go away. Again opens, oh God, it is still there. What to do? Now do the japa. Did a lot of japa, but again it is there. He was struggling. He may do anything. Is it going to help? What that bird has to know, recognize illusion as an illusion is the only way to get out of illusions. The mirage waters are seen by us and also by the animals. Animals take those mirage waters to be real, run after that, destroy themselves. We look at the mirage waters and we enjoy. We have great fun about it. See? Therefore, the real spiritual practice is this. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now don't reply. Keep the answer in your own mind. I am talking for last 15 minutes. How many minutes you heard me? Huh? This is because we are not available where we are. We are not available what we are. See? Therefore, this one who is disturbed, who is miserable, he is the one to be destroyed. Therefore, ahami bhaji, when I cease to be disturbed as a son because of my father, when I cease to be disturbed because of my wife and I am a husband, if I am not disturbed because of my son, although I am a father, we have done all spiritual life. Can it be simpler than this? But I want to suffer. And the suffering is what? Same thing. Swamiji, whenever I sit for meditation, mind runs here and there. What should I do? Don't do meditation. Relax. No, but my guru told do meditation, then do meditation. But the mind runs, then don't do it. Don't struggle, man. Don't struggle. Relax. For that, foundation is na kuch pana, na kuch khona. When you do meditation, what do you get? You do get headache, frustration. Stop all that rubbish. Real spiritual life is undoing and unbecoming. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi, we call him, he never claimed that I am Bhagwan, I am Maharshi. Somebody labeled on him. See friends, just be, let people say. कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. But if somebody calls us fool, we become very serious. Why? Because how come he also knows? See friends, therefore spiritual practice is drop all the extra that we have gathered around us. And this is exactly what we do. When we go to sleep, what we do? We start giving up everything. And in the deep sleep, there is nobody. See, this is what Bhagavan says. Ahami bhaji. When the somebody disappears, how the somebody was born, how the son was born because of the reference of the father, how the husband was born with the reference of the wife, how the father was born, reference of the son. Drop the references. This is Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. Don't push him in the historical era. See? Ahaminasha bhaji. When is I who is struggling? Patanjali says, what is asan? Sthira sukham asanam. Sthira, steady, sukham, bliss. Not steady posture. Sthira sukham. When we are steadily happy and happily steady, we are practicing asana. And what is the spiritual practice for that? Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. These two things. Prayatna Shaitilya means when efforts are minimized. When I used to have the cataract problem, I used to have a lot of efforts. Now also sometimes, then I have to put those drops. What are those drops? They are the wisdom drops. See? So, when there is some difficulty, we have to struggle. Oh, what is that? Increase the font. But when we are normal, no efforts. Now, all those among us who are hard of hearing, they will be struggling to listen, to hear, and complain because they are not normal. See? And those who are normal, they effortlessly listen comfortably, no problem, wherever they sit. So, what is the conclusion? Prayatna Shaitilya, effortlessness, is the sign of Ananta Samapatibhyam, living as the divine. See, friends, when we open our eyes, things are seen, no efforts. We open our eyes, कौन आया? कहाँ से आया? Abnormal. See, my friends, we sit for meditation. Pain here, pain there, or here one pillow, there one pillow. Don't get lost in all that. It doesn't matter where you sit. It doesn't matter how you sit, what you. Are you at peace with yourself? Before going to sleep, we make so many arrangements. The mattress is made properly, bed sheet is properly dug, then our quilt is made properly, everything, water here, and the pillow, and the lights are off, fan, AC is on, and then we go and sleep. And what we do? We drop everything. To what extent? Even the desire, I want to sleep, even that is dropped. Then the sleep begins. Exactly the same way, that which is existing in the absence of everything is the reality. Therefore, ahaminasha bhaji, when this entity is discarded, and how it can be discarded? We are in tune with the divine. The world has always been like this. Don't worry about this world. Therefore, ahaminasha bhaji, aham taya spurati vrutsvayam. When I cease to be disturbed as a husband, I am living as a man. For that, I don't have to seek divorce. Then don't take the wife seriously or don't take the husband seriously. See, friends, these examples are given to make the whole deep subject lightly. But here also the objection comes. Swamiji, why you are always condemning ladies? See? That means you are in a wrong place. Examples are given to make the point easy. That's all. Friends. Therefore, spurati vrutsvayam. Then what happens? When the conditioned expressions are discarded, what remains is the absolute. What is the reality? See, my friends. Therefore, this reality that we are is experienced when we have reached the acme of effortlessness. Wherever there are efforts, we are away from the truth. And why efforts come? We want to prove something to someone, alas, we don't know what we want to prove and to whom and who cares. See, friends, therefore, if we go with this knowledge in our life will be relaxed. No tension. One shloka I told you, I don't remember. Uttama sahajavastha, madhyama dhyana dharana, adhama murti puja cha, and tirtha yatra adhama dhama. Uttama sahajavastha. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was in that state. No efforts, relax. See, all the yoga postures which are shown, show any single posture of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi which fits in your any yoga. Don't become too physical. Uttama sahajavastha, meaning we don't have to prove anything to anybody. Our whole life is a struggle. I want to prove goody. I am not like that. See, we don't eat non-vegetarian in our house. If we have to eat, we go out and eat. Holier than thou. Don't try to become extraordinary. Remain ordinary. There is one person, he was in a very big position, government of India. And somewhere we met. So he gave his card. Swami, your card? I said, no, I give hug. I don't give card. But then how people will know you? I said, I don't want anybody to know me. I am happy. Then, this is my card. I said, okay, I kept it. You don't want to read? I said, is it Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad to read? No, see what I was. And the card was folded like this. You have to open it. On the top, whatever name and all that, photo and everything, inside. A list of about 20-30 items. Secretary here, president there, treasurer here, this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is what I have. I said, how much money you made out of it? See, friends, drop all extra and remain casual. You must have seen Babaji is like us. They want a special treatment. See? Special chair, special plate, and not ordinary plate. Others are given plastic one. Babaji is given a silver plate and a silver spoon. Why? Extraordinary. No man. Be simple. Don't have to prove anything. Uttama sahajavastha. So when you become somebody, you have to behave. When you are in being, no efforts. In becoming, there are efforts. Uttama sahajavastha. Then madhyama dhyana dharana. The second stage is we are struggling all the time. Meditation. I get up in the morning, 4 o'clock, and then again go to sleep for a half. What we want to prove and to whom? And what do we get in meditation? Tell me, what do you get? If this notion is there, that we get something when we do meditation, we are on the wrong track. Spiritual life is not a gain, it is 100% loss. See? you can understand that this object is covered by these flowers. Covered. This you can understand. Where is that object? Where is that object? Then I start struggling and finally remove this covering. So when it is discovered, this object is not created. It was already there. See? We don't have to do something to create divinity. Like scientific discovery. Similarly, spiritual discovery. So it is a process of undoing, not doing something. So what we have to understand and practice this. So these two are gross objects, easy to understand. Now I give you one example. Struggle now. How the space is covered. Like this garland is covering this object. Explain in your mind how the space is covered. Space is not seen, but it is covered. Think. If we can catch this, uncover the space, come, think cool, not difficult. What is space? Space is formless. So, the space is covered by the forms. Suitcase, we put too many things. Any suitcase on the earth is always small. And then we complain, there is no space. So, do we add space from outside? Then, that space was covered by the contents. Remove the contents, the space is revealed. And what are the contents? Space is formless, contents are with forms. We have not created the space, but we have removed the covering. In the same manner, we don't have to become divine. Ahaminasha bhaji, aham taya, spurati vrut swayam parama purna sat. We, the divine, is able to express if this small little copy, not copy, pokey, I is removed. And this is what people do. I am miserable because of my wife, because of my husband. Then what? Divorce. After divorce, what happens? Nothing happens. But that illusion, I am miserable because of her and now I am happy without her. Then you regret. I think earlier was better than the new one. See, friends, therefore, ahaminasha bhaji, this pokey individuality, don't give too much importance to that. Now, how do we know this our aham is strong? These are very subtle points we have to clearly understand. The more susceptible we are to insults and get hurt, the stronger is our ego. Stronger the ego, we get hurt over small little things. We feel insulted. I came there, nobody gave me chair. I had to sit below the chair. They don't have manners. They don't know who am I. ego, ahankar. See? The more we get hurt and feel insulted, to that extent is our ego, that small I. Less we get hurt, less insulted, less is the ego. Bhagwan has no ego, therefore Paramananda. So, our blissful being is covered by this thing called as the small I, the ego. And therefore, you must have read many biographies, autobiography of whom? Of the waker. I was born there. First I was going vertically, then I started going horizontally. I have done this thing, I have done that thing. That is what I am. So if we want to get rid of this small ego, ahami nashabhaji, if you want to destroy, get rid of this ego, you cannot destroy it because it doesn't exist. Then what is to be done? A simple technique. I tell you and I promise you, you will never do it. The technique is, do not talk about your past. Do not ask anybody about their past. Whenever we talk among ourselves, are we not talking about the past only? No need. Our past is not the past like Bhagwan Ram or Bhagwan Krishna. The same tamaku, same chuna. हम वहाँ गए, यहाँ गए, अरे राम राम. Enough. Particularly oldies. We have to simply remember, nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their future. But what do I have got other than the past? If I have got peanuts in my pocket, can I distribute chocolates? The same thing again. Ram, Ram. So to get rid of this ahami nashabhaji, don't talk about your past, don't ask anybody about their past. अब बोल के दिखाओ. For this purpose, our mantra, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Don't go back. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, हो गए भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. Be friends. Ahami nashabhaji. And when we thus do not carry the burden of our past, meaning the individuality, then we are relaxed. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Like many people, do you think that we get a smooth sailing everywhere? We get all kinds of things. One Mahatmaji asked me in Rishikesh, there will be some function and all that thing. He said, this Swamiji is a very peculiar Swami. Right? You may say, but I should hear. No? I have learned it from you. How you learn Vedanta? That way I learn or hear my comments. Vedanta doesn't make any impact on you. Whatever you say, it doesn't make impact on you. Therefore, you are my Guru. So he said, how come you are a Swami and you do your own recording, upload it and all that? Mahatmas don't do like this. I said, you are perfectly right. Mahatmas don't do. I am a CH Atma, Chota Atma. I am not Mahatma. You give me a label that you are a Mahatma and want me to behave according to your rules and regulations. I know what I am. I don't require any certification. Can we go and ask somebody, Swamiji, please don't make fun of me? I said, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. Go ahead. How far I have come in realization. You can laugh. I cannot laugh. I have to be serious. I said, look here, my rule is, एक सवाल तुम करो, एक सवाल मैं करूं. हर सवाल का सवाल ही जवाब हो. You ask one question, I will ask you one question. Then whatever reply you give to my question, that is the reply to your question. Okay? So, I have taken food. Yes. Now tell me, my stomach is full or not? I have taken food. You tell me whether my stomach is full or not. Can anybody tell? Therefore, Swamiji, I am walking spiritual path. Kindly tell me how far I have come. Okay? Up to toilet. See, friends, this is such a subjective experience, doesn't demand any vocalization in the society. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi never went and told people that I am divine, nor he told others that they are divine. One person approached Bhagavan and said, when others trouble us, what should we do? Bhagavan said, where is other? But we do experience here. Do we experience? Like if our tongue is bitten by our teeth, do we do our tongue taste to the teeth? Somebody is going to dentist. Now you will be uprooted and thrown out. No. And when the tongue goes and digs in between the teeth, takes out the stuff, will the teeth say, thank you, darling, you always help me? No. Everything will happen, but nobody will be born. And therefore, when nobody is there is no sin, there is no merit. Ahami nasha bhaji. Therefore, this small aham should be clearly understood and can be destroyed only in the fire of wisdom, not mechanically. And what is the fire of wisdom? Relax. Whatever you are supposed to do, do it and relax. Don't forget to relax. Relax more than act. Purati Vrut Swayam Parama Purna Sat. So when the divine starts expressing, then there is only one expression. You are at peace with yourself and you are at peace with the whole world. To what extent? Like the space is at peace with any situation, let it be a temple or a toilet, no problem. Because space doesn't react. Now, after having said, now Bhagavan says, Idam aham padabhikya anvaham aham idlinake pyalaya sattaya. So when the aham, the small aham, when the husband, when he divorces, what happens to the husband? Does he die? And the man who became the husband, is there any loss for him? Therefore, when the small I, the husband, the son, the father, when they are not there, nothing happens to the man, he is the same. For this, we have to understand what is the husband or father or man. Husband is, man we know. What is husband? Husband is the free man reflected in the mirror of the wife, and that reflection is there. So three things: man, mirror of the wife, and reflection of the man in the mirror. Now, if the mirror is unsteady, how the reflection will look unsteady? If the mirror is corrugated, how the reflection will look corrugated? It will look, but is it? Reflection appears, doesn't exist. In the same manner, whatever role we have to play in a given situation, play that role beautifully, perfectly, but at the same time, never forget our identity with whatever we are. So, idam aham pada, this illusory, non-existing ego I, when this is destroyed, ahamilinake, then pyalaya sattaya, api alaya sattaya, but the absolute I remains ever the same. It can never, never be denied. See? Now, bring this whole thought in our day-to-day experience. Colors and forms we drop. Where do we go? We come to the vision. We drop all the sense organs. Where do we come? Come to the mind. When we drop all our personal prejudice, likes and dislikes, where do we come? We come to I. When we drop this I, as in deep sleep or dream, I continue to exist. Therefore, what is the meaning of this particular mantra? That which supports the absence without becoming absent. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. 3 times Om Namah Shivaya. Why? In between there was absence. So who am I? I have supported the sounds, absence of the sound. Sound, absence of the sound. Sound, absence of the sound. Therefore, who am I? I am beyond presence and absence. Now, again analyze your own experience. Do we have the experience of our absence? If we do not have the experience of our absence, is it necessary to say, I am present? If I go on telling everybody again and again, hey, do you know I am a man? See, I got a beard, see, I am a man. Nobody is doubting me that I am a man. If I keep on telling again and again to everybody, now and then, they will start doubting. In the same manner, when I cannot have the experience of my absence, what is the need to tell that I am divine? No need. We don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. You are at peace with yourself, it is the highest. Let the whole world go to hell. You are not responsible for that. We are responsible for only one thing. We should be such a fit instrument that He will choose us and express through us. Are we not selecting, choosing people to get our job done? Okay? In the same manner, he is also in search, finding out a suitable instrument through which he can express. And what will be the suitable instrument? A person is capable, available, willing, eager, inspired, cool. To such a person we give the job. Exactly the same way, In the same manner, the Lord is also in search of someone who is perfect instrument. And what is the perfect instrument? It has no contamination of individuality. When Paramatma expresses through a person, that person is called as Mahatma. Mahatma doesn't mean there are two horns and one tail. He is completely empty. When we empty ourselves 100%, Paramatma manifests. When we empty the contents of the suitcase, the space in the suitcase manifests. Space doesn't come from outside. Bhaye prakata krupala deena dayala. Bhagavan doesn't come from somewhere. He manifests. Deep there is emptiness. See? Therefore, ahami leelake api alayasattaya. Therefore, when this ego, the I, disappears, the truth continues to be as it is. That is the real meaning of aham. Now see these two ahams now. One is the jiva, the soul, the individuality, and secondly the Paramatma, the infinite, the reality, the Brahman, Bhagavan. Both of them are aham. Paramatma is aham because cannot be destroyed. Jivatma or the soul is also immortal, cannot be destroyed, is aham. Why cannot be destroyed? I am standing near the waters and my reflection is in the water. That water doesn't touch me. Now my reflection is in the water. Is that reflection touched by the water? Think. If we disturb the waters and there are waves, and because of that waves, the reflection appears to be dancing, but is it dancing? Why? Because it appears, doesn't exist. So like we can take out fish from the waters, can we take out a reflection out of the water? So, water is neither troubling me, who is out of the water, nor troubling the reflection in the water. In the same manner, neither Paramatma is miserable, nor Jivatma is miserable. But what happens? The Abhivyakti is mistaken as Vyakti. Manifestation is misunderstood as individuality. One husband came to me and asked, Swamiji, don't quote my example. I said, okay, I will not quote. So he said, I am so miserable because of my wife. What can you suggest? I said, divorce. No, I can't. Why? She earns. I eat. Then I said, look here. For me, there is only one solution to every problem of life. Think properly. Avichara kruto bandaha vicharena nivartate. Now what is there to think about here? She is troubling me. I said, think coolly. First of all, tell me, husband is a common noun or a proper noun? Swamiji, you are asking me a grammar question. I say, yes. Tell me, husband is a common noun or a proper noun? It's a common noun. Any dumb getting married to any dummy is husband. Does he require any qualification to become husband? It's a common noun. Means what? Every husband has got the same problem. Really, Swamiji? Yes. Now I am all right. Don't take life seriously, my friends. Every difficulty in our life is God sent message. You are going the wrong way, change your direction. Arjuna was going the wrong way. How can I kill my grandfather, my guru? What Bhagavan did? He did not do anything to him. Simply reminded him this much. Just think, and decision is yours, not mine. No wise person takes decision for others. So, you decide on the battlefield now, who are you? Are you a grandson, a disciple, or a warrior? You decide. So had that situation of confusion not come, Bhagavad Gita would never have been born. In the same manner, there is something somewhere in everybody's life because of which our direction of life changes from dogward to Godward. And that event, because of which we change our life from the extrovertedness to introvertedness, that tragedy, that difficulty, that problem is Vishada Yogo Nam. First chapter. When we thus understand, then we come to know the one who is miserable is not a Vyakti, is a Abhivyakti. So man is a Abhivyakti in the lady as a husband. But husband is not real. Real is man. Here there are so many tube lights and bulbs. They are many. They are Vyakti, they are individual. But the light in them is common. So light is the Abhivyakti of electricity in the bulb. But if this bulb gets this notion, I am so holy, I am so nice, I am so lucky, I am in the temple. I am not like other bulbs in the toilet. Chee. Then individuality is born. Now the light, whether it illuminates the Lords or it illuminates the garbage in the bathroom, does it become contaminated? Think, friends, when you thus start contemplating, you come to know when the relative existence disappears, the absolute is revealed. Therefore, sadhana is giving up. Tyage neke amrutatva manashu. Then, vigrahendriya pranadhita maha nahamekasat tad jadam hi asat. Now Bhagavan starts telling the process of undoing and unbecoming. Vigrahendriya pranadhita maha. The Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh, Vijnanamaya Kosh and Anandamaya Kosh. All five of them. No aham. Etat asat. Tad jadam. See? What is jada? What is asat? That which is subject to modification is not the truth. Trikala madhita vastu satya. That which doesn't change. Now take our Annamaya Kosha, body changes. Pranamaya Kosha changes. Manomaya Kosha, our likes and dislikes change. Vijnanamaya Kosha, our priorities have changed. Anandamaya Kosha, our definition of Ananda has changed. Our Ananda was earlier liquid spirituality. Now Ananda is meditation and Shambhavi Mudra. Don't get lost in all that. Only find out that Jadam hi Asat. We are knowing all the changes in the Panchakoshas, but we are the same. Therefore, all the old people, I think the mic is tired. all the old people have a pathetic joke. Somewhere in a institution, I was taking breakfast in Kaiviladham, Lonavala. Maybe about 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. And thereafter, I was enjoying my breakfast. So one couple came, and I don't want to know anything about anybody. What is there to know? So he said, excuse me, do you know me? I said, I don't know. I am secretary from Government of India and I have come here for inspection. Very good, pranam. इसको on करो कि off करो? On? Okay. I'll hold like this. So, he said, can you guess what is my age? You can imagine on a dining table to an unknown person comes and asks this question. Can you guess what is my age? Don't the children tell? Tell my age. Mummy tells, he is 3 years. No, mummy. 3 years, 2 months, 20 days. He's counting. It looks nice, when a child tells like this thing. So this person. Can you guess my age? I said, I don't know. You guess at least. I said, maybe 3.5 years. Because such questions can be asked only by the kids. No. Tell me really. I said, maybe you are 81 years young. When I said like this thing, he nearly jumped. How do you know so exactly? I said, I don't know. I bluff. No, but you are told correctly. What? I am not 81 years old. I am 81 years young. Are Dumbo, 81 years belong to the body, not to you. But when we make this statement, what do? That I am body and that the body is 81 years and yet I don't feel I am old. So you are a confused person. If you are a body, you are old. If you are not body, you are not even born. See how simple it is. But we are not able to catch this point. Then every time the same thing. And therefore, all this vigrahendriya pranadhitamaha naha aham etan asat is all non-existent. In the deep sleep, none of them are with us. Yet we continue to exist. Try to find out, can we experience our absence? You cannot. We all the time think about when I was a child, when I was a teenager. Remove all the conditionings, you are the same. That jadam, it is not the real one. See, take an example. If I take a knife, and with that knife, whether I cut a fruit, and there is no meaning, it is just an instrument. Whether I cut somebody's throat, no problem. Jadam, it has no wisdom. In the same manner, this conditioning through which we are expressing is not the reality. Continuing further, sattva masika chitva vetana sattaya hi chittaya hi aham. Now be attentive. Sat and chit, existence and consciousness. Are they two? Sattva bhasika chit. See, this object is existing, is. Mic is, table is, fan is, light is, electricity is, noise is or existence is common irrespective of Jada and Chetan, irrespective of sentient and inert. Existence is common. Wisdom is, foolishness is, health is, disease is, friend is, enemy is, existence is common. And this existence cannot be proved unless it is illuminated by the knowledge. This mic doesn't know it is a mic, this table doesn't know it is a table. Somebody else knows. So, be attentive. When the division between the existence and the knowledge merges, it is called as knowledge. So, the known and the knower, when they unite, then only knowledge happens. Therefore, what is knowledge? Knowledge is simultaneously conscious existence. Now, to understand this point, take an example. We take a pot, put water in that and put it on stove, apply fire. After 15-20 minutes, water will become hot. Then you take the same fire and put it on a wooden piece. The wood will catch fire. Then what will be the expressions? Water will be able to hold only the heat part, not the light part of the fire. The wood will hold both light and heat. Because the water cannot hold the light, does it mean that the fire doesn't have light? Then what is the reason? Upadhi, conditioning. In one conditioning, the water can express only the heat. In other conditioning, the fire can express both light and heat. If this example is clear, in the same manner, in some instruments, only existence is manifested. And in some instrument, existence and bliss or consciousness is simultaneously manifested. Therefore, we are existence and we are sentient consciousness. So we are simultaneously, they are not two, they are only one. Therefore, sattva bhasika chitko vetana. This consciousness illuminating the existence, is it separate? No. Same existence alone is, but in one place only one part, in other place both the part. Therefore, they are not two. Satyahi chit, chittayahi aham. And therefore, when the sat and the chit, when they are together, then only the truth is revealed. See, friends. And that is why there is hardly any effort left if we are really walking the spiritual path in a proper manner. Chittayahi ha. Sattva bhasika chitka vetara. Satyahi chit chittayahi aham. So this aham expresses only in the beings. But the aham cannot express in the matter which is inert. After having said this, now the teacher takes us further. Why the difference has come? Isha jiva yoho veshadi vida. Ishvara and jiva, they are separate because of the conditioning through which the Satchidananda is expressing. See? Now take an example. Each one of us have got a vote. We vote for somebody and he becomes the Prime Minister. Because of my vote he became Prime Minister, yes. So I want to sanction so many $1 million for this project. Will it be valid? But When the Prime Minister sanctions, his signature has got value because he is wielding all the votes. In the same manner, Paramatma, Brahman or Bhagavan with the Upadhi of Maya is called as Ishvara, the creator. The same Paramatma, Bhagavan, is called as Jiva with the Upadhi of the Panchakoshas. The same man with the Upadhi of the father is called as son. The same man with the Upadhi of the wife is called as husband. Are they two? Veshadi Vida. Because of the conditioning, they are referred differently, but essentially they are one. Therefore, Isha Jivayoho Veshadi Vida Satsvabhavataha Vastu Kevalam. But essentially he is a man in the same manner. Because of the subject-object duality, it appears they are different. But both subject and object, they are only because of the conditioning through which the reality is expressing. And therefore, if we learn this art, let the conditioned expressions do not overpower us. Conditioned expression is anger. Anger has come. But if we do not become angry, we are walking the spiritual path. Miseries have come. But if we don't become miserable, we have learned what Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says. In short, experience without experiencer is the truth. And therefore, there cannot be any body realized. If there is a body, he is a samsari. See? Tat svabhavataha vastu kevalam. Kevalam, undifferentiated, conscious, blissful existence. Kevalam is a technical term in Vedanta, which means Sajatiya Sagata Bheda Rahita Vastu Kevalam, where the differences on account of criteria are absent. Now, what are the differences? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, three of them. These three things create five things. Difference between Ishvara and Jagat. Difference between Ishvara and Jiva. Difference between Jiva and the Jagat. Difference between Jiva and the Jiva. Differences between Jagat and the Jagat. All of them are supported by the same reality. Satsvabhavataha vastu kevalam. Because nothing in this world can be experienced as absent. Even the absence is recognized as existing. Don't we say you are very conspicuous by your absence? So everything in this world is known in two ways, is and is not. But the substratum is beyond is and is not. Satsvarupa vastu kevalam. And therefore, when we come to this experience, then veshahanataha swatma darshanam. When we discard the conditioning of father, wife and the son, we discover that I am a man. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami. Where the ignorant people are sleeping, to that non-dual reality, the wise man is awakened. See? Veshahanataha. He is playing the role as a son, as a husband, as a father, but he doesn't take them seriously. And therefore, Swatma Darshanam is ever abiding in his essential nature. Therefore, friends, Karnataka, whatever we are doing, don't become serious. How to do Karnataka? as you are doing now, as if listening, only waiting, is getting time when he is going to stop. No. Isha darshanam swatma rupatah. Therefore, Isha darshanam swatma rupatah. You cannot know the truth without being the truth. The sweet. You cannot know the taste of the sweet unless you are one with the sweet. In the same manner, you can never know the truth without being the truth. Because knowing Chit, being Sat, they are one, they are not two. Therefore, start playing. What? Realize. यार अपन तो realize हो गया. Play. Meaning what? Now don't take things seriously. Like an actor on the stage, does all kinds of actings, but he never becomes serious about that. After the acting is over, then again he will go to the counter. आज का पैसा दे दो, लो 100 रुपया. On the stage, he was a king, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. And after the role is over, he takes his dilapidated bicycle and goes with the thaila. See? But at the stage, Chhatrapati Shivaji. He is not even an ordinary pati, he is Chhatrapati. Play the game of life. Don't become serious. Then, Atma Samsthiti is Swatma Darshanam, Atma Nirdvayat, Atma Nishtata. So, Atma Samsthiti, abiding in one's own being. Meaning what? Without becoming. Next time you sit for your prayers and become husband. What will be your Ishta Devata? Rather, Anishta Devata. If you are sitting for meditation as a daughter-in-law, what will be the Devata? This mother-in-law is so horrible. But you sit without becoming anybody. Just relax. When are you relaxed? When you want nothing. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Each and every mantra, if you reflect on it, slowly remove all the webs from the wrong understanding of spiritual practice. Atma Nirdvayat, Atma Nishtata. Then we come to discover the ultimate truth that we are. Atma Nishtata. Thereafter, the teacher asks, Jnana Varjita Ajnana Hinachit. Jnana Vasti Kim Jnatumantaram. There are two things, knowledge and ignorance. Both are supported by the knower. I know this is a table. I don't know what is this. So, I, the knower, is both, supporting ignorance, supporting knowledge. Therefore, Jnana Varjita and Ajnana Hinachit. So, the pure consciousness is beyond knowledge and ignorance. And therefore, can it be Jnatuhu Antaram? Can this knowledge be other than the knower? Therefore, don't try to know or see anything in your meditation. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi's one best thing I like. Any experience that you have in your meditation, even Bhagavan Krishna came and gave you blessing and went. Any experience which begins and ends is a trick of the mind. You have neither come nor you go. But then we get carried away by that. That day when I sat for meditation, bright light came and the light was growing. Then it became yellow. Then it became red. And I was engulfed in that light. Swamiji, thereafter I am not getting that light again. I don't know why it is happening. Bulb fuse हो गया, change करो. Any experience, this is the Maya playing the trick. In Purana, the stories come. Indra was afraid, so he sent Madan Kumaran party so that Rishi who was doing tapasya is disturbed and his tapasya is not fulfilled because he was afraid he will come and take my seat. Exactly the same way. All these kinds of experiences, they come, they are to divert us from the divine. Therefore, hold on only. Let things come and go. Who cares? This is a very great mantra. Who cares? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Good thoughts have come. So what? Bad will come. Bad has come. Never mind. Good will come. Will you become disturbed and agitated if the red color comes? Oh, my eyes become red. If the green color comes, oh, my eyes become green. No. What is the attitude of the eyes? Let anything come and go. Who cares? Apply the same principle. Let any time of thoughts come and go. Good thought, bad, let them come. Who cares? Whenever you give importance to anything, you are responsible for that. Devalue everything in life. See? Then, kim swarupam iti atmadarshane avyaya bhava apurnachit sukham. Then the inquiry is, what is my essential nature? Kim swarupam. When you start this thing, atmadarshane, you come to discover your essential nature. What is that? Avyaya abhava apurna chit sukham. Avyaya, which has never modified. Now see, right from childhood till date, everything around us has modified. We are the same. We don't have to do anything. Spiritual life is not doing, undoing, unnecessarily getting involved. Avyaya, abhava. We never have the experience of birth. Then apurna, there is nothing lacking in us. We are infinite. And chit sukham, and it is a conscious bliss. It is not just like that. Therefore, bandha mukti atitam param sukham vindati jivastu daivikaha. Rare indeed is the one who comes to discover the real bliss is, which is beyond bondage and liberation. If you think you are born in bondage, then you will struggle for liberation. When you don't accept you are in bondage, why struggle for liberation? In Yoga Vasishta Bhagavan, Rama was told clearly, Ram, your problem is you are doing meditation. Stop that. Vasishta ji tells, relax, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. See, jivastu daivikaha. And thereafter, toward the end, Bhagavan, Ramana Maharshi tells something wonderful. And he says, Ahamapetakam nijavivanakam mahadidam tapo ravanavagiyam. All of us are very much interested in doing tapasya, standing on one leg, not taking food, taking cold water bath in Haridwar by tapasya. Agre vanni prushte bhanu ratro chubuk samarpita janu. When it is very hot, you are in the circle of fire. When it is very cold, you are without clothes. What do you want to prove? To whom? Real tapasya, Bhagavan says, aham apetakam. Real tapasya is that wherein your small little pokey eye disappears. And how do we know our small little pokey eye has disappeared? We never get hurt. कोई निंदो, कोई वंदो, कोई कैसे कहो रे, राम सांगे प्रीत बांधी, होत जैसे होत रे. देखो महाराज, the real tapasya is this, aham apetakam. And when there is no I left, jiva left, there is no question. What will happen after death? When you are alive, nothing has happened. What can happen after death? Therefore, everything will come to a complete halt, and it is nijivibhanakam. That is the experience of being. Mahadidam tapo. This is the highest tapasya, where the ego is dissolved in its own absence. Thus, Upadeshasara, the essence of the Upadesha given by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is give up the notion we are miserable, papi, and I want to do this. Relax, relax, relax. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Namaha Hari Om